So Robert Mueller is going to do him some testifying. And I want to first see, is he going to testify? In the past, it shows that he did, or that he was. But see how it happened for McGann and Hope Hicks. Like, they were supposed to, and then they didn't, and then she did, and then whatever. So, let's see. Will he testify? First of all, let's do 3 cards. So, 5 of Wands, there's fighting, 5 of Cups, there's regret, and 3 of Swords, there's separation. So, let's do 2 more. Defending, and 4 of Wands. So this says yes, and the rest of the cards say this is going to be a trip. Because you have the 7 of Swords, that's defending. Like, take a look at that image. Defending. Heartbreak, betrayal, separation. Somebody in the Justice Department is about to be upset. You know who. There will be some regret, some sorrow, some tragedy even, for somebody. And there's some fighting. So if Republicans are present, look for them to do the spin job like they normally do. So, yes, he's going to testify. But what does it mean for is a different thing. Let's get some new energy going here. Let's try my reverse deck. No, let's do this one. I just got this one. I'll do a new update video. Oh, not that one. I'll do a new update video on my cards when I get the next 3 or 2 that's coming. 3, I think it is. Anyway, this is this one. So, what does it mean? The action card on the bottom. So what does it mean for Trump? Let's see. I didn't ask the question fully. Just start pulling cards. What does it mean for Trump? Will something come out? Because mind you, he didn't want to testify because he said everything he had to say was in his report. I think he owes it to the public, though. Because Fox News isn't going to watch it. Except to point out all the stuff that sounds wrong. Secrets coming out. So, first, The King of Pentacles. There we go. That's still too bright. Anyway, King of Pentacles. So we have the Money Man in the middle. King of Cups. Now, yesterday, I pulled some cards off camera because I said earlier in, I think, a post I had that I shuffle cards all day long, pretty much. I like them. I like being near them, the whole thing. But I always wanted to know, since the beginning, who is this? Donald Trump has water in his chart, but this is not him. So, who is it? So I pulled cards to figure out who it was. It's William Barr or it's Steve Mnuchin in my deck. Not anybody else's, but my deck. That's who these two people are, or who this person could represent one of those two people. So I'm going to go with William Barr, because this always shows a person helping him. But right now the energy is crossing both of these people. And then the card that was on the bottom, the Moon. So there is some secret going on between these two that may come out. It's not going to be answered in open session, but I think someone is going to ask about William Barr and Donald Trump's relationship, and something may be revealed, but not to us, because like I said, not open session, but it may be revealed to someone. Major change for Donald Trump. So something is about to change in a major way. Good or bad? Four of Swords. Time will tell. My time cards are the Wheel of Fortune, Four of Swords, because Four of Swords is a waiting card. The Wheel of Fortune is just time moving on that you can't stop, so inevitability. So, time's going to tell on that one. Four of Swords. This is some reluctance, but there is going to be a comment made or a question answered that is going to ask someone, or that is going to prompt someone to want to question the president. That's what this is. Like they're going to want to question the president. The governments, traditions, the Hierophant, and the Death. So surrounding energies for the Death card is the Hierophant. A major change to government. Ten of Pentacles. The Structure card. This is usually my GOP card because they're represented by money to me. And their surrounding energy is the Four. So I wonder, will one of them say something that prompts people to want to question the president? They might let something slip. Fear, money. They want to know about the money, and they fear he doesn't know because he didn't get the chance to look into it. He said he didn't. That was farmed off to other people. This is the hopes. This is sort of like the Two of Wands is like the beginning stages, the preparations for a plan. This is preparations for money, so putting a seed in the ground. And then the Seven of Pentacles is more like the harvest coming in. So in the environment, there it is, the harvest coming in. After the Hope card of planting that initial seed, there's the harvest. Behind the harvest, Temperance, working together. Something bipartisan may come out of this. Hard to believe, so we'll just see on that. Four of Pentacles. Word of warning is the clinging, so he may be tight-lipped, naturally. The Chariot is there will be a moving forward, so this will not be a complete waste of time. and the Lovers. So, interestingly enough, for Donald Trump, sort of a line in the sand is going to be drawn, and he will see who's on his side and who's not. Because I think a Republican is going to say something in this hearing, or someone who leans more towards Trump, that is going to prompt something that was unexpected. So this is going to look like maybe an ideal, or the alignment of the ideals have been shifted. So we'll see. Now, I said something bad was going to happen for Trump around the 14th through the 17th. Looks like I was just in the wrong month. Next month, 17th. There it goes. So, let's look at his July. Well, first, before we do that, now let's do that. Let's do that. Here's July. What is his July going to be like? Also, I did a reading on William Barr to see if, because something felt off, if there is some witchcraft around him, and it is. Something is masking his energy or changing his energy or something like that. I don't think he's aware, or he's not a party to it, so he didn't solicit it, but it's happening. Because the Earth is represented by the Queen of Pentacles in my deck. And when it's reversed, since the Earth is natural, I see it as unnatural or supernatural, and that's what I got for him. The Two of Wands, preparation. The World. Interesting. I don't use reversed cards, but that one was reversed. So something is just beginning, because this was reversed. Because the Two of Wands is also a beginning. Five of Wands, there's your fighting. Ace of Swords, clarity. So after the clarity, or after the truth, or after the initial victory of someone, it begins again. A new phase, I should say, because it began when Michael Cohen testified. The Devil under the preparation. The Sun next to the Devil in the open world. So there is, I'll keep going. Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords, Five of Pentacles, And the Queen of Swords reversed. The Nine of Cups. Three of Swords. I'm getting whoever he took revenge on is coming back to bite him. The Four of Swords, or Wands. Temperance. Six of Wands. Ten of Cups. So, there is a beginning to something. It's open world. It has something to do with everything going on. Because this is a completion, but it's reversed. So this isn't completed. This is not just completed, but it's like blasted wide open. This is open world now. So there is a whole lot of things that are going to come flooding in the month of July. So this is going to be a very busy news month. Then you have the Five of Wands. So here is the fighting. The fighting back probably with the news. And the Ace of Swords. So there's going to be some trickery on one part and some truth and clarity on another. There is going to be an illumination of something dastardly, some sort of deed. There is the devil. Some sort of deed. This is not just a deed, it is an evil deed. I don't really usually get evil from the devil card. It's more like addiction, but addiction can be evil, but I'm not getting the evil energy. This is evil energy. And it's going to be shown. So, for those who don't believe that Donald Trump is a criminal, they're going to get it in black and white. No pun intended. Anxiety, depression, fear, nightmares. Interestingly enough, this is a sea turtle, right? Now, if you haven't watched a documentary on the sea turtle, I suggest YouTube it. I'm sure it's one there. But they swim miles and miles and miles and miles and miles upon miles just to lay eggs in a certain spot. So imagine you made all that progress to climb out of the water, climb up to the beach. They don't lay eggs this close to the shore because they can be washed out before it's time. So they lay eggs a little further in. So this turtle hasn't made it to its destination yet. It looks tired. But it's trying to get there. But look what's coming. Something to drag them right back out to sea and possibly start their journey all over again, depending on how the current works. So 2 steps forward and 1 step back in the month of July after it's all shown. After whatever little dastardly deed has been illuminated, you're going to take a major step backwards because you fought off in the beginning. You had something that looked like, because William Barr's there to help you. So you had something that looked like you had, things on your side because you were fighting back. And so you had your trickery, truth and clarity on one side, trickery on the other. The dastardly deed gets called into question. Not only that, it is now illuminated. And it causes the 2 steps backwards. Not just 1, but 2. And then it happens quickly. Knight of Swords. Rushing in, and there you go. So now we have another reversed card. 5 of Pentacles, then comes the hardship. You can see the folds there, starving. Looks like they're surrounded by ice, but could just be the black and white card, but they're starving. The vultures are circling. just waiting for you to die. And they'll pick clean what's left of you. And then there's lawlessness, because this is my card of the law, so it's reversed. This is what it looks like the correct way. But it's lawless. It's also the Queen of Swords can be vindictive. So there's some of that. So this is where I got, if you have taken revenge on someone, anyone, possibly even Michael Cohen or whoever, it's coming back to bite you now for whatever reason. Because there is the hardship. The vultures are circling. Ironically, another bird upside down. And then the greed and desire has something to do with your business. And then the betrayal and separation. So somebody stabs you right back. But you don't see this coming. I don't think anybody does right now. There's the White House. There is some harmony in the White House right now for whatever reason. It is about a new leader that's coming through, not replacing Trump, but like the new communications director or somebody new coming along is going to bring some harmony and peace. And there's going to be some more harmony with the Ten of Cups. So there's something good out of that anyway for the month of July. Also, there is some preparation, some plans to inflict more suffering on someone or something, and it has something to do with an administration thing. So this is something disgusting that causes hardship. So this is more than likely they have no plan to stop the tragedy at the border. It may even be amped up. There is something that was once complete that is starting over again. So maybe a talk about repealing healthcare, maybe even. Because here is the illumination. This is a confirmation that it is indeed starting over. It is some confusion. This is usually a card of clarity and legal, but this is confusion and vindictiveness. And vindictiveness would be repealing the healthcare law. This is a card of healing. So if we got this vindictiveness and the starting over, so we're going to talk about the ACA again. Five of Wands. There's some fighting. Causes major anxiety. And bad times for somebody. It is over greed, so this is this looks like a Mitch McConnell fight. I don't know why, but it does. And then there's a Six of Wands, probably because Elaine Chao may be called into question, has something to do with the administration, so forth and so forth. And the celebrated person is in the midst, so whoever the leader is in particular situation has got some anxiety coming and a fight on their hands. So, Ace of Swords, there is some truth and clarity. It is coming quickly. It is going to bring some trauma. And then harmony. So somebody's about to lose their job. And it's not a bad thing because this person losing their job is apparently a good thing. So that's what it looks like for right now. So let us see what July brings.